And it is time to wreck the reckoning. I reran this. This isn't the first run I did of it because I actually got a comment from, I believe it was Space Dandy, who's been a long-time subscriber of this channel. And he had mentioned that his Kais was in tier 1. And I realized it after I uploaded that video. Wait a second. I kind of just pulled a fast one on everybody. Because if people are going here for guides and stuff, and they've had their Kais in tier 1, let's just say hypothetically it's because of me. I know that's not the case for everybody, but there are people who do watch this channel for guides. And the guide put Kais in tier 1. So then if they get to tier 3 and Kais is in tier 3 also, they're going to be like, wait a minute. Okay, well then what did you do to... Who'd you replace Kais with? Then I just open up all sorts of questions like that, and I just make it harder on everybody else. And you gotta think about going back to old tiers if you don't have to. No, we don't need any of that. So, I originally ran it with Kais here, but I took him out and put Porom in. And honestly, it worked out better anyway. Because with Kais, I mean, when we got to the second wave, it wasn't bad at all. But it was mainly here with Kais, because I was trying to just play keep away with him. It worked out, but it got a little dicey in some spots, you know, not having any forms of like healing or protection or anything. It was just all damage. Against, you know, the first round of dinosaurs, that works out fine, but not these dudes. I mean, yes, it does work, but you gotta be a lot more careful. So if we just bring Porom here, it works out better. And everybody's pulling on Porom anyway, so I might as well just bring her here. It'd be a lot more helpful. So, okay, but in the spirit of guides, don't do what I did here. Hold on, not here. In a second. I think what I did here was a bit of a mistake. It could have worked out, but I just don't think I executed it right. We'll see in a second. So I tried to time it because if you're unaware, and I didn't know this until I first did it, when these guys get to 50%, I'll give you one guess. What do? You guessed right. They put up an aura where they make you hit ones unless you launch them for 100k. Yep, that's the correct answer. More you hit ones, bullshit. Unless you launch them. That's so... Yeah, it makes sense why Layle's such a badass here. Because 100k launch ain't much with Layle. That's easy to do. And I underestimated him here for a second. See, I was hoping... See, this is weird. Because now he has a launch ready, but the second we get this launch, that aura's going to be back up. And you can see me hesitate in a second. But I honestly think we would have made it. Because here we go. So now the one on the right, concentrate. See? Deal 100k damage. Side note, I hate how fast those messages come up. My god. I know I have it sped up a little bit, but still, a lot of those messages come up super fast. And it's kind of a pain for people who are trying to figure this out. So I should have just popped my EX instead of doing this. Because Layle could have built Brave, because I was worried about hitting ones, but Layle could have built up Brave off of the one on the left. Probably would have been enough. We would have been fine, I think. But now we're in a weird spot where, okay. So now he's at 52, so he's gonna get to that threshold in this burst. And then I'm not gonna be able to launch him because I did the rotation kind of weird. So, not a good idea, what I just did. Not smart. So now, yeah, I can launch him with Field Burst, which maybe I shouldn't have done, but too late. Yeah, see, this is bad timing because now we hit ones on him for the surfboard, which sucks. So yeah, I didn't time that right. Don't. My guides aren't necessarily supposed to be press all of these buttons exactly in the right order. See, for burst damage for Layle, that was not good. Plus, Kais, dude, not having Kais here is a huge difference, or at least having his call. My god. You know what, there's a good chance I probably should have just waited to use that burst until the next wave, but I wanted to just get rid of those thresholds there, but I screwed it up. See, so now I want to launch that one on the left, but I can't, because there's no way I'm going to do 100k. You know what am I thinking? Tifa might have been able to just... Actually, you know what? Tifa probably could have. She probably could have just done 100k on the ground. Whatever, it's fine. It's gone now. Thank you, Layle. Okay, now we're good. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore. Beautiful. See, concentration broken. That means you won't hit ones anymore. I should probably get in the habit of pressing more HP attacks with Porom. I have not played Porom in so long, but yeah, because her HP attacks would be a double dump. Her skills aren't. Like, they refresh the buffs and stuff, but she would definitely do more damage if I was attacking, obviously. Who would have thought? But I was just trying to make sure everything was protected and everything was good, but turns out we really didn't need much protection anyway. Okay, let's just... It sucks we have to do that when you have 1%. Yeah, see, if I would have HP attacked with Porom, you probably would have been dead. I wouldn't have had to waste that battle cry on an enemy with 1% to get this full launch. So, another mistake, but it's okay. Despite everything I'm talking about, this run did go really well. I mean, there really wasn't much to worry about other than what I just described, but it wasn't even that big of a deal, really. Like, this one's at 18% and we're at 13 turns. Like, this is good. I like this. And now, what I want to do is, this is just a stall. It looks like I'm lagging a little bit. Whatever. I think it goes away in a second. Yeah, oh my god, that lag. My videos never do this. What is going on? That's no good. So I'm spamming C65s here so that he can recover Brave. Going with a beat rush. Bam. Get everybody in the launch. And because I'm an insane person, I refuse to use any turns to kill this thing. So let's just use 2 of these so that we can go into the last wave at a solid 14. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. So, apparently the Medusas heard us when they came to Global. I think they saw the memes because everyone was making fun of how damn ugly these things were. So they put on face masks. Either that or they're COVID conscious. I don't know. Which is weird to think about. That a Medusa would care if they give you COVID, but they'll still, yeah. Oh my god, this is the worst commentary ever. And it's staying in. Jesus Christ. Okay. That joke just went to hell. Like, as I was making it, I'm like, I don't even want to finish this joke. This joke sucks. Okay, guys, do your thing. Sweet. So that will help out a lot, as it always does. So I want the one thing that's not so good though, Layle after this I think will have only 2 turns left of his burst effect, and I want to keep that up for as long as possible. Yeah, 2 turns left. Alright. Oh, we gotta put this on. There we go. Usually when they reskin bosses, they make them worse, I've noticed. But not this time. These Medusas are not nearly as bad as the first round of Medusas we encountered. There's no stupid elemental orb or any of that. There's no shields. I don't think they petrify you. Well, honestly, I don't know if they petrify you. Because I was never in a position where I was going to get broken or anything like that. So I don't know. Maybe they do, but I wouldn't know. I didn't let them do anything. But they do frame their turns. They still do that, as you can see. You know what it looks? It looks like their faces look like the moon. It's like the moon with a bunch of snakes coming out of it. It's weird. It's weird. So they look different. They covered up those ugly faces, but they sound just as horrendous. Yeah, that same awful, wailing, nightmarish sound that they still do. So I think we're about ready. Oh yeah, we're ready. Tifa, you need your buff back. Do you see how we're constantly capped though, the Brave? Between, there's just so much happening here. Like between the launch cashback from Layle's Goodness and Kaisa's Call, and Porom just being here. Lots of Brave on this team, so Tifa can capitalize, as you can see. This is, ooh boy, ooh, 1.5 million. That's amazing. I'm a fan. Oh, here we go, here we go. And after this, we're gonna be capped again. Look at that, look at that. That is so nice. Yeah, I like this team a lot. This team rules. And I'm sure beyond just this stage, they'll be great too. One thing you got to be careful about though, if you're going to run Porom with somebody like say Tifa, and if you play Tifa the way I play Tifa, which is a lot of consecutive turns, a lot of battle cry spamming, she will just get rid of Porom's HP damage reduction buff because it only lasts for 2 turns. So be wary of that. If you're going to spam battle cries like crazy, be sure you're either in a position where A, they're never going to touch you anyway, or B, you have Porom ready to just put it back up. So, because she can always just put it back. You know, skill 2 just puts it back up. Oh, and that buff can also be extended by people like Saz and Hope and stuff like that. So that's another thing you can do if you're gonna run Porom. Because I do feel like there's gonna be some people, and I really hope this doesn't happen. My God, I hope this doesn't happen. But I have a feeling there's gonna be some people talking about overhype Porom. I think that's gonna happen. I think there's gonna be a lot of which I guess in a sense is true, because there are people saying that you absolutely need her for Lufenia Plus and stuff, and you don't. She's a great option, but again, like I said before, she's not a necessity. She's just a good option. But I think there's gonna be a lot of people who just knew that Porom was the quote-unquote next must-pull or whatever, and not really understand how she works. Because she's not exactly pick up and play. Like you have to be very conscious of the buffs on everybody. You have to constantly check and look at what's going on to play her properly. And if you do that, your team is in a very good spot. Okay, now that I've rambled, take you out in 22. Awesome. Okay, so like I said, I think that this Transcendence is the least painless of the 3. By far, like, not even close. Yeah, a lot of breath of fresh air fights, so that's pretty cool. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.